everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Antonia. I hope you guys are doing well. If I sound stuffed, it is because I am. I am so congested, I cannot breathe out of my nose. I am severely mouth breathing at the moment, and it is so painful, but my body is just under the weather, so it is what it is. But today I wanted to talk about how to prep your macronutrition for travel before, during, and after your vacation. Now, I would have already flown, had my 3-week vacation, and flown back by the time you see this video. But I am filming it beforehand so you guys can get a handle on how I have prepped myself in order to go on my vacation guilt-free, happy, and worry-free. If you guys have just started on your macronutritional journey, hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Antonia. I used to be 20 to 25 pounds heavier. I am now 130 pounds. I lost 20 to 25 pounds. I say 20 to 25 because it really fluctuates now that I'm in maintenance. But I used to be a lot heavier. I was about a size 8 to 10. I am now a size 4-ish. Sometimes I'm a 6. But I am extremely happy with my progress. I obviously have a macronutritional coach, and I couldn't have done this without my macronutritional coach. If you guys don't know who that is, I made a whole video about Megan. I made a Q&A with Megan, and Megan is at Coach Megan_fit on Instagram. If you are interested in joining one of her programs, I will leave her down below and then you can DM her. That's the best way because she has tons of programs. But I want to give a little backstory first because this is not my first time traveling with macronutrition in mind. So I want to go back in time to July 17th, 2023. That was the start date of my macronutritional program with Megan. I joined her a 16-week program. At the time, she only had 2 options. It was a 12-week or a 16-week. Now she has a lot more options because she has options to add workouts in and whatnot. So you have a lot more support from her. But back then, she only had the 2 programs developed, which was a 12-week and a 16-week. I decided I'm going to go gung-ho into the 16-week program because after my trip to Portugal, I felt like I just hated what I was looking at. I did not like the feeling. I did not like the look. I was feeling so just not out of body. So I decided I'm going to go full throttle in and join her 16-week program. But I did tell Megan, so July 17th was my start date. I did tell her, hey, I'm going to be going to Japan in September, specifically September 1st, 2023. I'm leaving for 2 weeks. And that's in the middle of our program. So I would have ended my program off with her in December, or like early January, something like that. So I was like, hey, this is in the middle of the program. Like, I'm a little bit worried because I would have had progress and then I'm already interrupting it again, like only a few months later. Because again, you have to remember, I started July 17th. So that's the middle of July. I had August and then September. So I realistically started and then I would have just like interrupted everything. I was worried that I would revert back because obviously I had healthy eating habits, but I was probably overeating by like a mile away because I was just snacking all the time. That's my biggest issue is I snack a lot. So I told her, she says, no worries, let's start the program. And when we get to your vacation, you're going to go on your vacation and then you're going to come back and we're going to reevaluate. So what I've learned from that vacation is, 1, I definitely walked a lot. I walked between 30 to 40,000 steps a day. And 2, I was really happy because I did go on my vacation, enjoy my vacation to Japan. I indulged, but I still kept myself mindful. And when I came back, I was the same weight that I was when I left. Now, there are a few things that I want to change this time around when I go to Japan and go on my vacation. Because 1, it is a 3-week vacation this year. I'm going an extra week. And 2, I've been doing this for over a year now. So there are certain things that I want to change. I lost all my weight by December of 2023. And then in January of 2024, I had a Disney cruise planned. So it was the end of January. I overindulged because obviously you're on a cruise too. And like cruises, you don't do anything. You don't walk. You don't like exercise. Well, I tried to exercise on the cruise. I got horrible nausea. All you do is eat, and there's so much excess food on the cruise that like you're just always eating something. And a Disney cruise specifically, I can't speak for other cruises. I would not ever go on like another cruise, but a Disney cruise specifically has such good food. Like as a foodie, I'm telling you, if you want good food, go on a Disney cruise. If you love good food, go on a Disney cruise. I should have been more mindful on that cruise, but I didn't. I did not keep that in mind. So when I came back, I was 10 pounds heavier. I did eventually lose that weight again because obviously I snapped back into reality. I went back to the gym and I kept eating my macros again, and I immediately went back down 10 pounds. But the initial shock of it was like, girl, what did you do? Because I didn't want to be 10 pounds heavier again, because it was like if I just ate another 15 pounds, I would have been back to square one, right? Obviously, I wasn't going to do that. I already did this for like how many months now by then? It hasn't been a year just yet, but like I did this for how many months now? So then in Feb of 2024, I was like, okay, I have another vacation planned. I'm going to make sure I set myself up for success. So what I did between my last vacation and then my next one, which was really close in proximity, that was stupid, but it is what it is. I decided I'm going to lock in. So for the weeks that in between, I locked myself in, made sure I was eating correctly as best as I could. I did struggle a lot during that time. It was very, very hard for me to eat my macros properly because I was getting in that habit of like, just like have a lick here, have a bite there. Those will ruin you. So I did struggle a little bit. But when I got to Chicago, I made sure I set myself up. So one, I tried to lock in. Two, when I got to Chicago, I had a game plan. So number one thing when you are deciding to travel somewhere is research some protein heavy foods that you can eat for breakfast. So I don't know if you are the same as me, but I don't necessarily want to go out to like a restaurant for breakfast, and I don't necessarily want to eat like pancakes for breakfast. I'm not really a morning foods kind of person. I just want something that will keep me satiated, and I'm more of like a lunch and dinner kind of girl. Well, to be realistic, I'm more of a snacks kind of girl. So I made sure when I was in Chicago, my first stop after the hotel was to go to Target, and I bought myself Fahi 0% yogurt cups. They were just plain Greek yogurt cups. I bought myself protein shakes so I could make myself an espresso latte in the mornings. And I also pre-packed and measured chia seeds, oats, and pudding mix so I could mix that into my yogurt, because that's what I typically eat for breakfast on a day-to-day at home. So I made sure I had that set. Now this time around I'm going to Japan. I'm not going to do that because Japan actually has quite good high protein items that are like flavored and yummy. So this time around I know that they have these flavored shakes called Savas. It's by Meiji. They have a melon flavor, they have like coffee flavor, chocolate flavor, and they are so divine. They come in little like juice boxes basically, and they are super, super yummy. They're not the highest in protein. I think the highest protein count is like 15 grams of protein, but I'm not going to ship like 21 bottles of Fairlife with me. It's just not realistic. I don't want to carry it around. I'm going to just have that. I also did research, and then I found that now they have more high protein yogurt options that are flavored, which is really great. Back when I went in 2019, I didn't see any of those things, although I probably was not paying attention because I was not in a macronutritional like mindset. In 2023, I also didn't notice them, but I was looking for them. So now I see a lot of kombinis stock the Oikos high protein yogurts that are flavored. They're like fruit flavored, and I will just have that for breakfast probably. I also know that they do sell like boiled eggs and edamame. So in a pinch, if I need something like protein that's, you know, just easy, I can get those items. So that's probably what I'm going to do for breakfast. I will once in a while probably get an egg sandwich, an onigiri, a pizza bun, a curry pon. I am still on vacation, but I do still have the option to make choices to set myself up that I make sure I get some protein in. My second thing is research restaurants that you can eat that are a little bit more macro friendly. For example, when I went to Chicago, I ate at Brown Bag every single day for lunch because it was one, super delicious, but two, super macro friendly. Brown Bag is so scrumptious. I miss it to this day. And yes, I still had Portillo's hot dogs, but I wasn't eating like a Portillo's hot dog every day plus a like fancy fun meal at the end of the night. I was more or less eating more healthy foods and then saving one fun meal. That way I know that I was like more locked in and I wouldn't return back to home feeling like I really like put my body into chaos. So because I'm going to be gone for 3 weeks as well, this year what I'm doing different is I joined a gym. That way I can continue having movement. This vacation is different because I'm going to be walking a lot more. I do know I'm going to get at least 30 to 40,000 steps a day while I'm there because I love having a packed itinerary when I go to Japan. It is my happy place. I love Japan so much, so I like to be able to see everything I can see. I don't go there often, so I like to be able to see everything I can see. With that being said, 30 to 40,000 steps is not going to build my muscle, so I decided I will invest money into joining a gym. That way I can still go to the gym and still have my gym routine. I'm also so used to just having one gym session set aside for me during the day on my day-to-day routine that I don't want to take that out because I don't want to lose the habit of continuing to move my body. So I am joining a gym and I will be going to the gym there as well. Another tip is when you go to the airport, I would bring my own snacks. This year I'm going to bring, because it's such a long flight, I'm going to bring Quest chips because they are high in protein, and I'm also going to bring Drizzlicious. I'm also going to see if the lounge has fruits, but you could also pre-cut fruits and veggies. The only thing that's a little iffy is you can't bring a dip because it would be considered a liquid, but if you go to a lounge and they have that, you could also grab that, or if you just fork out that $15 or whatever it is that it costs to buy the pre-cut veggie dip things, you can grab those, and that way you have healthier snacks on the flight. The flight is 14 hours for me, and I already pre-selected my meal, but I know in between I'm gonna get bored and I'm gonna be like wanting to snack because like to me it's like vacation mode, right? So at least if I have higher protein or macro-friendly snacks on me, I'm not eating like a bag of chips and candies. I'm gonna bring myself specifically Quest chips, Drizzlicious, and Smart Sweets. That way I set myself up for success. My last tip is just enjoy yourself, but be mindful. So I like to eat when I go to Japan. It is so delicious there. Everything in Japan is so freaking scrumptious. But what I like to do with my friends is we love to just share everything. We'll get like 1 or 2 of the items and we will just usually share everything. That way we can squeeze in as much variety as possible within the day. And also, I know I'm going to be eating a lot of sashimi and stuff like that. I have that set in mind. I know I'm going to be walking a lot. This year, I'm just trying to make myself a little bit more aware of consumption because I don't want to overindulge too much because I'm going to be there for 3 weeks. 3 weeks is a long time. It will throw my body off completely because I am so regular on the day-to-day. So when I go to Japan, I want to make sure I set myself up for success. That is what I'm going to do. Those are the steps that I have taken. And then when I come home, what I have planned is I'm going to order myself Inspired Go. You guys have heard of me talk about Inspired Go before. They are a fresh salad kits prep brand that we have here in Canada, and they ship throughout all of Canada. You just have to pick like what province you're part of, and then your options will pop up. But before I come home, I'm going to pre-select some salads, select my shipping day to be delivered the day after I land, and then that way I have food that is macro-friendly, fresh, and prepped for me, and I do not have to think about going out to buy foods I don't have to think about going to the grocery store and prepping foods, because I'm still going to be on like my jet lag mode and I'm going to probably be lazy. So that way I know I have meals set up for myself, and all I have to do is probably just go out to the grocery store and buy some yogurt and some fruit. That way I would have a lot of options to eat throughout the week, because I would have already pre-selected my salads. So I'm gonna have that delivery set for literally the day after I land. That's not ideal for everyone. It is also a little bit more expensive in terms of like if you're gonna be buying a salad, obviously it might be a little bit more expensive, but I truly don't think that their prices in salads are too bad, especially because it comes with the dressing, the salad, and the toppings as well. They range from like $11 to $12. I could get a meal kit service delivered to me, but I probably don't want to cook. Like, I'm going to be jet lagged and I'm going to be trying to get back into my routine, and I probably don't want to cook. I probably just want to eat a salad. I probably just want to like dump the salad out, mix it up, and consume it. So that's what I'm going to do. I do want to say I have an affiliate with Inspired Go, so if you're interested, I will leave it in the description down below. But I do appreciate anyone who uses my affiliate links. Thank you guys so much. I seriously appreciate it so much. That is it for today's video. I hope this helps you if you guys are planning a vacation, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.